YTPC Padre Piper coming to you via the virtual airways of YouTube. Say hello, YouTube pipe community. I hope you're finding all the blessings in your life. I am blessed this Monday over lunchtime to be enjoying a little bit of Country Squire tobacconist mug. Yeah, not their coffee. They should make coffee. The black coffee in the Country Squire tobacconist black mug. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I just lit up a bowl of something for the very first time. I've never had it before. It was something that I had to get in line and put my name and email in to wait for it to come into stock. Give me one moment. I just did a charring light on it. Using a proper pipe lighter. You know who you are. What am I smoking? What is the house cleaning? Well, maybe you can tell from the room note, huh? No? We still don't have smell-o-vision, do we? Here's what it is. It's Rattrays. Rattray. I don't know how you pronounce this. I'm going to say Rattrays. Rattrays. And it is a beautiful tin. They have now called this tobacco Exotic Passion. Used to be known as Exotic Orange. And funny thing is, when you turn over to the backside and you look at that label, that little sticker that tells you what this blend is all about, and I'll read that to you in a moment, but you'll notice it says Exotic Orange, not Exotic Passion. So whatever the reason for their need to change the name, this is a nice tobacco. I'm literally 2 or 3 minutes into it for the first time ever. But it says Exotic Orange, aka Exotic Passion now, is a colorful blend of tobaccos comprising golden yellow Virginia, nutty burley, and black Cavendish. The rising unmistakable scent of fresh, juicy, and sweet orange anticipates the convincing tone of the mixture, enhanced by a duet of perfectly ripe mango and passion fruit combined with a hint of maple syrup, and a well-balanced harmony is unfolding. That's what I think it says on the back. This print is so small and the lighting's not so hot where I am right now, but that's close enough. And I'll tell you, let me show it to you. It comes in that beautiful tin, and it comes in this little cellophane bag. And I would suspect that if you're going to get some of this, you probably want to open and jar it almost immediately upon getting it, because these tins don't seem to seal, and these bags also don't seem to seal, and it's just not ideal. And this isn't an overly moist. It's got a little moisture to it, but I suspect as long as you let it sit there, it's just going to be less and less moisture. And of course, I'm sure my pipe has gone out by now because I've been talking. You know, on first light, well, let me back up. I was testing the pipe for draw. And by the way, this pipe is a custom made, I won't say it was commissioned. The guy made it and he put it up and I bought it. But it's the only one like it in the world. I did an early video on the channel about this pipe. And his name is Rubino. And I believe he goes by RB Pipes. I'm not sure. If I can find the information, I'll put it down in the link. I'm not sure if he's still making pipes or not. I've lost touch with him. He was on Facebook and on YouTube. But this was made overseas, and it's a great big bowl, straight pipe. And I'm just having the dickens keeping it lit. In part, I think, because I'm doing a little too much talking and not enough paying attention to it. So I'm going to give it one more shot. And, well, I'm so glad the proper lighter worked, because you know who you are. And you know what I had to do. It's just for standby purposes. That's the only, just in case, right? So, first impressions, guys. This is nice. This is not one of those overly done aromatics. When I first packed the bowl and I was testing to draw the pipe, that fruitiness came through, the orange and some of that passion fruit and such. And then upon first light, that charring light, what came through was more of a maple syrup. And now it's a really nice melding of all of that. The maple syrup is definitely background now, and the fruit is definitely on top. And I can't tell you which one is playing the lead part. You would think it would have been orange, since this was once called exotic orange. But it's very nice. It's kind of all of them mixed together, and it's not like you get a fruit punch out of it. It's not like that at all. Well, guys, all I can say is first impressions on this. If you want an interesting exotic passion blend, this is the one right here. Some exotic fruits in there, and it's tasty, it's yummy, and I'm enjoying it on this Monday over lunch. Mondays, I think, is, if you've watched my channel, some of you know, oftentimes my Mondays are a fasting and prayer day. Today's not going to be one of those days, just because I don't have the whole place to myself, because I've got, Mondays are usually kind of an off day for me. They're supposed to be. So I'll use it as a fast and prayer kind of day, and rather than eating lunch, I will, you know, do my intercessory prayers during that time. And today I've got a bunch of meetings this afternoon, so it's not going to be a typical Monday for me. But I'm still not doing lunch. It's not because I'm necessarily fasting today. It's because my tummy's been a little upset lately, and I think I know why. You want to know why? It's because I have the greatest parishioners in the world, and they keep bringing me really good stuff to eat, and they know my weakness when it comes to sweet. I'm not a big sweets guy. Like, I'm not your cake and your brownie kind of guy. But man, if it's got peanut butter and chocolate, and somebody brought me these cookies, and then the follow-up was somebody brought me these peanut butter cups, good Lord. And this is why I can't have a summer body. Besides the fact that I probably also don't eat right and don't exercise enough and really don't have the investment in having a summer body. But that wouldn't help if I did. But I have the greatest parishioners who bring me that kind of stuff. What a blessing. One blessed Padre. That was my hashtag today. Why? Oh, here's another reason why. So I was listening to the news, Laura, about a lot of big news stories today. I'm thinking, oh man, what a horrible day for news. I mean, over the weekend, Senator McCain passed away, and now there was some kind of ruckus about the White House flag wasn't at half staff this morning, and then President Trump has a huge announcement on trade with Mexico. Go figure. That's kind of interesting. The conventional wisdom there, and I'm not an economics major, never was, don't play one on TV, but the conventional wisdom was you go to Canada and work out deals with them first. But there was a transition in government down in Mexico, and so I guess Trump and his team said, hey, that's the place to start, and they did. And they had a big press conference today, and the market seemed to enjoy it. And then there's other news that you would think would also impact the market in a not so nice way, and that's our sanctions on Iran. And Iran's head naval officer announced that they have complete control of the Strait of Hormuz, and about 20% of the global economy's oil goes through that area. So, and it was pretty threatening from the way the analysts talk. So I would not be surprised, quite honestly, if we see ourselves engaging in some military action shortly with Iran. That would not surprise me at all. I don't think we're going to have an all-out war, but I think if you threaten to cut off 20% of the world's oil population, and you're doing it because your economy is tanking because of sanctions, I mean, the Iranian economy is just in a free fall right now, and I guess they're just scrapping for every chance they can get to prop themselves up. But I could see us, I really could see us bombing the crap out of their Navy. I could see it. And then I don't think we'd be around to mop it up. I think we've learned our lesson in the Middle East on mop-ups, and I bet you somebody like Saudi Arabia has to go in and do the mopping up. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. But, you know, it's one of those things in the world, is just, it's a big news story day, a lot of crud happening. And hey, but here's the blessing. Here's the first blessing. I spent the weekend riding around on that Vespa. And I'm going to start doing some motovlogging over on youtube.com/Padre Writer. And that first video I'll put up here on this channel because it was so daggone long. And I don't know, I think I may have still have some time constraints over on the new channel. I got to look into that. And that was a 45, 50, 55-minute video or so of me going to the dealership, the transportation revolution of New Orleans, and getting the Vespa and driving it home and such. It was really unedited, and I'm going to get better at that. I've got to get some better control over my video and better audio setup, and I'm still learning how to do all that stuff. So bear with me, and if you follow the other channel, I think that little hobby is going to take off. I'll tell you, that little hobby also, I got busy last week with some stuff, and I think the last day I smoked a pipe was probably about a week ago. It was last Monday. Tuesday I was on the road, I think. Wednesday, Thursday I was busy with some projects. Friday I got the call that the Vespa was ready, and spent the day prepping to go get that, and got it, and spent all day Saturday after some morning meetings here at church, and all day Sunday after services here at church, just riding that puppy around, and didn't have time for a pipe. So my goodness, if you want to quit smoking, get a motorcycle. You're trading off what some people consider a health hazard for what some people also consider a health hazard. All good things in moderation, folks. But anyway, yeah, tummy's been a little out of whack past couple of days, and so probably the other reason I'm not having lunch today, it's not because I'm fasting, but it may have something to do with his junk food. Oh, but it's so good. It's so good. And of course, even when the tummy's a little out of whack, nothing like black coffee to help with that. And this chair is squeaking. I don't know if it's being picked up by the microphone or not, but it's making all kinds of the noise right now. Other news, there was a shooting at a video game. I don't even know if I'm going to say this right. I guess a video game tournament. It was Madden, which is a football game. I remember playing that, gosh, 20 years or so ago. I mean, I'm not a big gamer, really not. I played it on a computer, and what I liked about it back then was you could create your own teams, and you could change the names of players and use real NFL players and their capabilities and such. And so I would build my own team, put my friends' names in there, and just go in and tweak their abilities even higher. And go strictly into coaching mode and just mow down the crap out of every other team I placed in the league, which also had, some of those teams had folks' names in it who I knew, who I didn't like, and I like to see them get injured. I'm just kidding on that part. But anyway, so they had these tournaments apparently, and again, I'm speaking from a place of ignorance on this, and a guy who was knocked out of the tournament left the vicinity, left the building, the light just came on. Came back and shot the place up, and some people lost their lives as a result of that. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy world out there. And, you know, some people who are into this gaming thing, they're saying, hey, we need better security at these kinds of events. And, you know, again, this is my ignorance, but I didn't even know these kinds of events even existed, much less were in need of better security. But I don't know, can you be secure against crazy people who want to shoot the place up? I don't know. I just don't know the answer to that. I mean, the church shootings, it's something, you know, I've thought a lot about for obvious reasons, and I've got lay leadership who are looking at that right now, but you know, there's a point of diminishing returns. I mean, I don't want to serve in a church where we have bars in front and we have metal detectors, and I don't know that, you know, that almost seems a bit excessive, just to make sure you have safety. And then you think, well, you know, it's not like I'm serving in a cathedral that has famous historical significance, and that would be a target. But then maybe that's what makes it a better target, is because, you know, nobody's thought of it. Like, who would think of going to, I think it was sponsored by EA Games or EA Sports, whatever the name of the software company is that creates these games. I don't know. And then again, it's not like somebody was premeditated and went in there and said, well, we're going to blow the place up because we gamers are there. It was a guy who was a sore loser. It sounds like a real nut job. So I don't know, folks. I don't have answers to this. I'm just sort of tossing it out there because it's been in the news. But I've gone looking for the blessings, and when I opened up my phone this morning, saw I had a direct message from, maybe I never got to this part of the story yet. Here's why I'm blessed. I had a direct message from Mr. Brog that I had won their little contest this past week. So that's really cool. They have a social media contest where you click like and then you repost there, or you answer their riddle and you tag 3 friends in it, and then they have a random drawing. And so I've been doing that for a while now, and I've lost track of each week. It's a new different product, usually a pipe, and I don't even know what pipe I won, but I'll do a box opening when that pops up, because what a blessing. Monday morning, and you get a message from Mr. Brog saying, congratulations, you're a winner. We need you to send us your contact information so we can mail it out. And that's really cool. As is this exotic passion. Oh man, it's making some smoke too. See if we can cut through there. I'm telling you, folks, this is nice. This is a really nice summertime, even springtime aromatic. It's not a heavily cased, but very tastefully done. Flavors are wonderful. It's a high quality tobacco. It's burning well. It's not staying lit just because I'm not focused on it. It goes good with the coffee that I'm drinking today from my Country Squire Tobacconist mug. I have to give it a thumbs up. And I would recommend that if you are into aromatics and you want something with a passion fruit, orangey, background syrupy kind of flavor profile to it that's not overly sweet and it's not going to bite your tongue, man, this is good stuff. Really, really nice. And again, just the tin work, it's just absolutely gorgeous, this tin that they've created. Love it. Love it. So anyway, couldn't ride the Vespa into work today because we're expected to have really bad weather. We're supposed to be having bad weather all this week. That kind of bums me out, and because I want to be riding. I was born to be mild. Is that how that song goes? Maybe not. I guess that's not how it goes. Anyway, I was really looking forward to doing that, and unfortunately, the weather's just not going to allow for it. And I don't have any desire to ride on 2 wheels in compromised weather. It's just not my ideal of a good time whatsoever. Well, there's the bells, the church bells ringing, so it's the top of the hour, and it's probably also a good time for me to think about signing off. Just wanted to check in. I wanted to thank everybody for their support they've given me over on the Padre Rider channel, and for that long video I posted here on Padre Piper channel of the drive home, the ride home. And I know there was a whole section there where it was kind of just quiet, and you get to see some stuff. I had to figure out a way. I didn't want to take that bike on the interstate. It's capable of it. It's a 300cc engine. You can get up to 90 miles an hour. And I have no desire to do two things that it's capable of. One is get on the interstate with it, and two is go 90 miles an hour. So I was trying to figure a way home, and the guy who dropped me off there, my good buddy Dr. J, was following me. And so I wanted to get over to a major thoroughfare called St. Charles Avenue, which runs from downtown to uptown into, drops you off at the river and brings you into the suburbs where I live. But in order to get there in a kind of easy and quick manner, it required me to cut through an area of town that is horrible with the roads. And let me tell you, there's no real good places with roads in the city of New Orleans. It's pothole central. Part of that's because, you know, we're built on river sand, but part of that's just because the city is horrible at keeping the roads up. But then it was not just rough roads, it was a stretch of a rough neighborhood that I had to get through there too. And had the sun been down, I wouldn't have taken that route, I promise you that. But it was fun. You know, it was fun. There was a point on St. Charles Avenue where I got very alarmed because the bike started making a very strange noise. Turned out to be just fine. I pulled over to the side of the road and sort of figured it out on my own. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It was getting hot, and it was a fan that kicks on, and it blows some hot air out those vents. But it was just a noise that I didn't expect to hear, and it threw me off. And once you get moving again, because it was 5 o'clock traffic, but once you get going again and it's got air blowing through it, a fan kicks off and it kicks back on again when it needs to. So it's doing exactly what it needed to do. I just didn't know that. But yeah, it's a fun little vehicle, and it might be the first of several two-wheelers that I go after. I don't know, because I did enjoy riding that Harley when I took the MSF course. So, and don't start telling me you need a Harley. I know I do. Dag blast it. I just don't have the moolah for it right now. But if you want to donate one to me, no, don't do that. Goodness gracious. Don't start a GoFundMe page for Padre's Harley either. That is the last thing I need right now. I need to get some more experience getting back up on the saddle and riding around the city on this Vespa before I do anything else on two wheels. So it'll be a while before I get another bike. But I'll probably get another bike. You guys know what it's like. I mean, it's the same thing with pipes and tobacco, right? They say the tobacco is addictive. It's the acquisition of the tobacco that's really addictive, especially when you're going after beautiful tin art. Or the acquisition of pipes that's so addictive, and I can see how the acquisition of bikes could be as well. BAD, bad, bike acquisition disorder. Anyway, I was signing off like 45 minutes ago, wasn't I? I probably really need to and finish this pipe and get back to work and prepare for some meetings I have this afternoon. So I'm going to sign off. I thank you for stopping by and sharing a pipe with me over lunch today on this Monday afternoon, wherever you are, whatever day it is, whatever time of the day it is, because I know I'm probably not going to get this up while it's still lunchtime, and you're probably not going to be watching this while you're having lunch. Maybe you are, I don't know. But whatever time it is, whatever day it is, I hope you're finding all the blessings that the Lord has in store for you in your life. Check me out on the new channel, Padre Writer, youtube.com/Padre Writer, and you know, stay with me here, Padre Piper, too, because I love the YTPC and love spending time with you guys on the virtual airwaves of YouTube. Till we talk again, this is Padre Piper, wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings.